Hey, this video right here better be super duper factual. What the fuck? God damn, that wasn't supposed to happen. What really happened to Kobe Bryant's helicopter? Hey, this shit better be fat. You better know some shit, boy. Who made this? Who made this? Let me check my source.
El Chapo,
The info.
the notorious drug lord who in 2015 topped
Ooh,
the list of the
I'm gonna have to
world's
watch it next.
The helicopter's
What
engine
really happened to
roared as
Kobe
it
Bryant's
traveled past the
helicopter?
wall
Come on, man. 14 million subscribers. Okay, I'ma trust your source. Let me hear this.
of gray clouds. Inside, the pilot gripped the controls, straining to see
Y'all want these? Y'all want these on? I'm turning them bitches off. I ain't gonna lie.
anything through the
Shit in
window.
my way.
He was flying blind. There was only one thing for it. He had to climb. Suddenly, a hillside appeared out of the mist. The helicopter slammed into it, erupting in a fireball and killing
Damn.
all on board, including an NBA legend. On today's episode of the Infographic Show, we'll uncover
Well, hold
what
on, run
one
that
thing for
back.
it. He had to climb. Suddenly, a hillside appeared out of the mist. The helicopter slammed into it, erupting in a fireball. And
Oh
killing
my
all on
God.
board, including an NBA legend. On today's episode of the Infographic Show, we'll uncover what really happened to Kobe Bryant's helicopter on that fateful
Damn.
day.
That's
Kobe
what
Bryant
happened?
woke early on the morning of Sunday, the 26th of January, 2020. While he was a devout Catholic who would normally go to church every Sunday, today was different. He and his daughter Gianna had to be at the
Wow.
John Wayne Airport to catch a 9 a.m. helicopter
Wow.
flight. He didn't have time to attend Mass that morning, but he did have time to pray. As the local priest
I ain't gonna lie. Kobe's a Catholic type shit.
prepared for the 7 a.m. Mass, he ran into Kobe, who had a small amount of holy water on his forehead. After exchanging a few words, Kobe headed home to pick up Gianna and then on to John Wayne Airport. The reason for their flight that day was because of a basketball tournament at the MAMBA Sports Academy owned by
Yep.
Bryant. The tournament was a 2-day-long event, and Gianna's team, the MAMBA Ballers, were due to headline the day.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm not sure. Like, girls, a lot of the time, I feel like stop growing at that, like, 13, 14 age. But, nigga, Gianna ass was 5'10 at 13. 5'11. She was my height at 13. That's some crazy shit he asked that.
Day's games. Thousand Oaks was roughly an 80-mile drive from Kobe's in Newport Beach. The route went through some of the most congested roads in the country and took at least 2 hours to complete.
Whoa,
The
stop
helicopter
looking
ride
at me,
would take
bitch.
roughly 30 to 40 minutes and avoid any lengthy tailbacks. And on today's trip, there would be more than just the Bryants on board.
Yo, why you goddamn making this shit so much sadder than what? Like, it's already sad, but like, why is you goddamn like? Look at these captions, nigga.
And on today's
Let's
trip,
make this a legendary liftoff, dad. Bro, this is our legend we talking about, man. Damn, watch out, nigga. Watch the fuck out.
there would be more
I'm
than
not gonna
just the
lie.
Bryants on board. As they arrived at the airport, 2 of Gianna's teammates were already waiting. Alyssa
Oh, bro, them look like old ass women.
Altobelli and Peyton Chester, along with their parents, John and Carrie Altobelli.
I mean,
and
now
Sarah
it's
Chester.
you know what I'm
Also among the
saying. I
group
mean,
was
now.
Christina Mauser, an assistant coach for the Mamba Ballers. As the families chatted on the
Wow,
tarmac,
bro, they had like the whole squad. Damn.
the helicopter was being prepped for takeoff. Piloted by Ara Zobayan, the helicopter was a 1991 Sikorsky S-76B owned by Island Express, a charter company
1991?
that's offered rides throughout Orange County and the surrounding
Damn,
areas.
technology,
At 9:06
1991.
After Zobayan had completed his pre-flight
Okay.
checklists, the party were given the clearance for takeoff. Due to poor weather conditions, Zobayan couldn't take his normal route, which was like a straight shot over the Hollywood Hills to Thousand Oaks. Instead, he was going to follow some of the major highways in the area. Going from Newport Beach, he followed I-5 to the northwest at a speed of about 150 knots.
Hey, my fault, man. We were just watching LeBron's best dunk. I'm gonna turn it up for y'all because I need to know what happened.
During this leg, he changed his altitude between 500 feet and 950 feet to avoid the area's mountainous terrain. At 9:20, Zobayan contacted the air traffic control at Burbank Airport, requesting clearance through their airspace. But because of an incoming craft, Zobayan circled in a holding pattern just outside of the airport until getting clearance.
So they don't be having two aircrafts going to the same location at one time for obvious purposes. Hold. Okay, so he had to go a different way. They couldn't get that. They couldn't clear it. He has an aircraft already going around.
However, he asked a question that would be a harbinger of things to come. He asked the air traffic controller for a cloud tops report. This information, which comes out in the daily weather report, describes how high clouds are that day. Visibility that day had been around 3 miles, but looked to be decreasing to around 1 to 2 miles in some areas. Flying above the clouds would be a way to avoid the deep.
Bro, can you you got some sources in this goddamn in the description? Hold up, let me leave a comment. Whoops. You not my brother though, nigga. I ain't gonna lie. You definitely not my brother, nigga. I don't know you.
Decreased visibility. At 9:32, Zobayan received clearance and the helicopter continued north.
Not like how you know all this shit. Aren't just like how the fuck you know all this shit, nigga? Leave your sources below, nigga. Fuck you mean? You talking about the great Kobe Bryant, nigga? Your ass know a lot of shit. How you know all this? I ain't know half this.
It continued to follow I-5 until entering Van Nuys airspace at 9:35. Zobayan intended
The fuck?
to follow U.S. Route 101 that would end at the Camarillo Airport, a 20-minute drive from the MAMBA Sports Academy. After banking to the south, Zobayan advised the Van Nuys Air Traffic Control that he was flying using visual flight rules and was dropping his altitude to around 500 feet to stay below the clouds. This would prevent Zobayan from flying into foul weather, which would severely reduce his visibility. By going low, he avoided flying solely by instrument flight rules, where a pilot relies on what their aircraft is telling them versus what they can see out the window. This was not authorized by either the FAA or Island Express. However, the conditions were getting worse by the minute.
This is where shit starts to go downhill.
A camera caught a glimpse of the helicopter as it flew over US 101 and into a giant wall of clouds. It was the last image captured before the disaster. Zobayan radioed air traffic control that he was going to start his climb to get above the cloud layers. Zobayan pulled back on the controls, beginning an aggressive rate of ascent. The helicopter went from 470 feet above the ground.
Damn, bro, this nigga start pulling out all types of rules and shit. Nigga, we could have just, nigga, imagine a world where we just landed right there, nigga. Imagine Kobe step up. Hey, man, I thought you should just land this motherfucker right now. We're about 15, 20 minutes. They in California. We're about 30 minutes from our destination on car. We might as well just land right here. Damn.
To 1,600 feet in just over 30 seconds. Suddenly and without warning, the helicopter began increasing speed and banking hard to the left away from the highway. Noticing something was wrong, air traffic control radioed Zobayan, asking what his intentions were. Zobayan responded that he was climbing to 4,000 feet, but the helicopter was descending rapidly. As the helicopter hurtled toward the ground, a mountain biker watched in horror. He screamed at the pilot to pull up. His cries were drowned out by the screech of the engines. Seconds later, the hillside erupted in a huge fireball. The 911 call came within seconds. At first, the sheriff's office and fire department only knew that a helicopter had crashed due to several eyewitnesses. By the time the fire department arrived on the scene, it was too late. There were no survivors. Within 2 hours, TMZ broke the story that Kobe Bryant and the other passengers were dead, sparking the first controversy of the tragedy. But how a tabloid found out about Kobe's death first would be one of many conspiracy theories surrounding Kobe's death. One of the prevailing theories is that someone must have sabotaged the helicopter. Zobayan was an experienced pilot with nearly 9,000 hours of flight time, including 2,000 hours in that particular helicopter. Added to that, Island Express had no reported accidents, so there was nothing on the surface that led investigators to believe there was something nefarious about the flight.
I ain't gonna lie. I feel like trying to conspire fucking TMZ, to Kobe Bryant's death, I think that's a little crazy. They probably knew the pilot. I mean, they got a lot of people they probably knew the pilot. Probably knew the aircraft, knew the area, knew the instance. I don't know how they was able to link Kobe to that shit. Maybe they did have somebody. I mean, this is in the California area. How the fuck did they know it was Kobe? I don't know.
But they would only truly know by examining the wreckage. The investigators spent several days collecting all the pieces of the wreckage from the Calabasas hillside, and what they found was surprising. The first
I'm a project baby now. I stay in Calabasas.
thing that was ruled out was the possibility of the helicopter running out of fuel. This was due to the huge
Hit the zero, dicky with my Reebok. I don't say much. I just let the heat talk.
fireball and extensive thermal damage across the crash site. Next, the investigators looked at possible damage to the rotors or engines. However, they found
I ain't Haitian, bitch. I'm Jamaican. Yeah.
nothing that would suggest rotor damage or engine failure. But what if the issue wasn't the helicopter and something happened to the people on board? After recovering the body, wasn't the helicopter
What if the issue wasn't the helicopter and something
and
happened
something
to the
happened
people
to
on
the
board?
people on board?
So you mean to tell me like a nigga like was on some self-sabotage shit? On some that type shit? Terrorist attack?
Board. After recovering the bodies, which resulted in another scandal for the LA County Sheriff's Office when they took and shared photos of the
They was fined $31 million for unauthorized photos between Nessa Bryant and Chris Chester.
victims' remains. The police brought them to the coroner's office for a full autopsy.
Damn.
In all 9 of the deceased, the medical examiner ruled that blunt force trauma from the crash caused their deaths. Additionally, the coroner also tested the pilot's remains for any signs of drugs or alcohol, which came back negative. Suspicion then turned to the pilot. According to some theories, Kobe had made enemies in Big Pharma in his legal battle over his nickname Black Mamba. A large pharmaceutical company named High Tech Pharmaceuticals apparently owned the trademark on Black Mamba for a
High Tech has fucking a Black Mama. What?
diet supplement pill. Kobe was in litigation over the name of this product. Some speculated that Zabayan was an inside guy hired to take out Kobe so the courts would drop the case. But as far-fetched as that seems, is there even a grain of truth to it? Zabayan was hired by Island Express in 2011.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. Right at 6 minutes and 30 seconds, I could have clicked off the video and said, man, this nigga is bullshitting. But I'm gonna listen.
Over the years, the already experienced pilot rose through the ranks and eventually became the head pilot in the company. Thanks to his experience, Zabayan frequently got the highest paying and celebrity clients, such as Kobe Bryant. It's unknown when exactly Zabayan started flying Kobe around, but it was for at least several years.
Hold on, what's his nigga name? Zabayan? Where the fuck he from? I mean, I just want to know, man. Zabayan.
But the pair's relationship soon went beyond merely professional. Over time, Kobe began exclusively requesting Zabayan to be his pilot whenever he had to travel. As the years went on, Kobe trusted his experience so much that he even allowed him to fly his children around without him present. In the year before the accident, Zabayan flew Kobe on several different occasions. People familiar with their relationship viewed it as a close friendship, and no one ever saw them fighting or arguing. So, if no one sabotaged the helicopter and the pilot was not an inside man for Big Pharma, what really happened that day? As mentioned previously, the weather conditions were poor that day.
Yeah, I'm about to say, nigga, like what? Nigga, the weather conditions was piss poor. Nigga, he was breaking the rules. Nigga, try to go up and motherfucking smack the mountain.
The visibility in the area was around 3 miles. The area where the helicopter crashed was known for bad visibility. A canyon to the south acted like a funnel, bringing adverse weather from the coast inland. This is confirmed by several cameras in the area, including one about 2 miles away that shows intense cloud cover 1 minute after the accident. The evidence shows that Zabayan, certified for visual flight rules only, navigated according to standard policies and procedures. As he made his way onto Route 101, he intended to stay below the clouds that were hovering around 1,000 feet. As he steered his helicopter toward the tricky spot along Route 101, he encountered near zero visibility conditions. Relying on his training, Zabayan kept the helicopter on a steady course, wanting to go straight up and far above the clouds. The earlier weather report said clouds were at 2,400 feet, and he wanted to climb to 4,000 feet to be sure he could avoid them. But there was a problem. Because of his inexperience in flying with instruments combined with the sudden restricted visibility, Zabayan experienced a phenomenon known as spatial disorientation, or the leans. This is when your inner ear tricks you into thinking you are going one way, but really you're going the other way. This mistake is common, especially amongst inexperienced instrument pilots. And in the 10 years before this accident, there were nearly 200 similar incidents, with many believing the leans were responsible for them, as he was relying on.
Hey, that do make sense. That right there, that makes a lot of sense. And that's where technology can't keep up sometimes. Nigga, we think we're going up, but we're going down. Imagine this remind me of when I'm driving in my car, nigga, and you going like when you're going forward and you think somebody coming at you, but it's really you going forward. Like imagine you at the light, nigga, and you accidentally let go of the brakes. And you just looking around like, hey, what the fuck, niggas coming at me and shit? No, you're moving the opposite direction. You're going a different way than you thought. So it changed your distortion. Because if you don't know that you're going that way, nigga, you think something else is happening. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm thinking I'm going up. Like, damn, we got a lot of mountain to get up to, nigga. Damn, bro, this shit crazy. I got to keep going up. Whole time you going down. Shit crazy.
On intuition, Zabayan continued banking hard to the left since he felt the helicopter going right. He had lost spatial orientation because of the visibility, and then made the mistake of going down instead of up. Both of these factors occurred at the same time, which explains why Zabayan banked down and left instead of going straight up. It was this combination of poor weather conditions, a psychological phenomenon, and horrible luck that caused the death of Kobe Bryant.
No bullshit, because all that could have happened, there could have been no mountain right there. But
and 8 others that day. Now go watch the most surprising historic.
What the fuck? What the fuck? I ain't gonna lie, I'm glad I watched the video. This had a lot of information I've never fucking seen before. Now, is this information all true? I have no fucking idea. But it shit do seem pretty factual. The facts that he had outside the speculation and conspiracies, the shit did seem kind of factual. I'm not gonna lie. So, damn, bro, that's crazy, man. R.I.P. Kobe, man. That's a fucking legend, for sure, for sure.